Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Alright, we are live! Alright, what's up everybody? Peter Gilmore here for another video right here on the Peter fucking Gilmore channel, youtube.com/Peter Gilmore. Thank you all for watching. Make sure you like the video and hit that subscribe button down below in my pants. And subscribe to all my other 4 channels, which are in my pants, otherwise known as the description box. So, like the video, hit the subscribe button down below on this channel and all my other channels as well in the description box. And as always, follow me, friend me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Instagram, share the video all over the internet. Don't forget to tap and slap that bell and treat it like it's your bitch. And turn on all notifications so you never ever, you're going to court, skirt, ever, and I mean ever, gonna miss an upload. That's all, pretty much all I gotta say about that. So, do it now. And if this is your first time watching, thank you for watching. Smash the like button, smash the subscribe button as well. Follow me on social media, all the links are down in the description box. And don't forget to hit that bell, turn on all notifications, and hopefully you get my video sent to you. If not, then unsubscribe and resubscribe. Hit the bell again, and turn on all notifications on again, and hopefully you get it that way. If not, search my channels. Search my name and search my channels. You'll get it that way, hopefully. But it is what it is. And that's it. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, on this beautiful, not too warm, but nice and decent Wednesday evening, March the 2nd, 2022. We have just started the month of March, and it has come in as, well, not as a lion, as myth says, but not bad today. About 50 degrees today. And gonna go down a little bit the next couple of days, and then by Monday, we're gonna hit 72 degrees, and then back down. So, the roller coaster over the last 2 months continues on. We're gonna get some rain. Maybe tonight we're getting a little bit of rain, then tomorrow night we're getting a little bit of rain, and then Sunday and the Monday we're going to get some rain. But at least Monday is going to be the better of the days, 72 degrees. Then it's going to go down a little bit and then back up and down. You know. So just the wacky world of weather that we live in, and that's it's pretty much it. But anyway, hope you had a great day. I myself had a very productive day. And that's all that matters. And if you didn't have a good day, well, fuck you. That's all I gotta say about that. Because certain people had a really bad day, and they're gonna continue to have really bad days coming up in the future. They know who they are. Just want to point that out. But hopefully you have a great day. Got a big night of action coming up in a little over an hour. Got AEW Dynamite! Tonight, the go-home show before this Sunday's AEW Revolution, which is going to be stacked. Amazing show tonight. Red Dragon, well, I'll just call it what it is. The Undisputed Era of Adam Cole, baby, and Red Dragon, Kyle O'Reilly, Odo Parts, and Bobby Fish Cakes, I should say. Fish cake, whatever. Taking on Hangman Adam Page and the Beaver Boys, Johnny Hungy, and his other partner. Yeah, the Beaver Boys, you know what they are. That should be a pretty good match. We're gonna hear from Tony fucking Khan tonight and his huge announcement. What this could be, he's actually gonna be, I think he's gonna be either on the stage or he's gonna be in the ring by himself. No Tony Baloney this time. So, this is gonna be monumental. Whatever this is, it better be good. If it's not good, you know the fans in the arena at Daly's Place, where it's gonna be tonight. They're at home base tonight in Daly's Place in Orlando, Florida. You can only imagine what this huge announcement could be. But earlier today, there was an announcement that HBO Max is possibly going to be teaming up with AEW to stream their service, which I think is great. So HBO Max could possibly be All Elite pretty soon. And oh, by the way, Nick's in the chat, my tribal chief. What's up, Nick? How you doing? He says, I wonder what the announcement Tony Khan will make. Well, besides the possibly AEW going using a streaming service, possibly HBO Max, which most of us have. Most of us have to pay for it. Some people don't. I don't. And I got a notification. Okay. All right. The tribal queen will be here soon. She's making some dinner. So, hey, where's mine? Gonna make me and Nick dinner too, Only fair. But I digress. But yeah, Norm's gonna be here in a little bit. Hopefully before I end the video, but well, we'll see what happens with that. But anyway, going back to Tony Khan's huge announcement. It better be good. That's all I gotta say. It better be good. He says it's gonna be great for the fans, great for the wrestlers. There's a lot of things going on. He had a media call today. Couldn't really give out too much information as always, but it is. But there's rumors going around that Ring of Honor could be bought today by Tony Khan. I think that would be huge for Ring of Honor. Get him off Sinclair Broadcasting. Though I don't know about that. If Tony Khan buys Ring of Honor, or supposedly Cody Rhodes buys Ring of Honor, I don't think Cody's gonna buy it. Why would Cody buy it? Come on now. So I think Tony Khan. It could be the announcement could be Tony bought Ring of Honor for more money than WWE bought WCW back in the day. So we could get that. It could be that. I think it's a win-win for Ring of Honor. Get him out of this Sinclair Broadcasting crap. Put him on a major network, maybe TBS, maybe put him on TNT. Hey, how about a Friday night of Ring of Honor and Rampage? I love that. I would pay for that. Well, I don't have to, but it is what it is. And that's all I gotta say about that. So, my eyeball hurts. Actually, I need a drink, so I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some water. So, I'll be back. I'll get some water. For fuck's sake. Alright, we're back. Here's my water. As always, the ever popular Beavis and Butthead cup. This coffee sucks, Mavis. Yeah, it sucks. It sucks. It sucks like Steve Coat. He sucks. Yeah, he does. He does, Beavis. He does suck. And he's in big trouble. But enough about that. But anyway, before I had to get my water. What are you doing, wrestling cat? What the wrestling cat? Come here, wrestling cat. Yeah. Speaking of wrestling cats, I heard WJ's cat had a birthday today. Well, it was today or yesterday, but so big ups to Wrestling Jesus's cat that still fears my cat. Because there is only one true wrestling cat, and that's Zuzu. That's all I gotta say about that. But anyway, let's go back to Tony Khan for a second. Like I said, I think this huge announcement is going to be the possible buying of Ring of Honor. Yeah, that's true too. That's right, Nick. Zuzu, the wrestling cat, the one trolls fear. Yeah, that's true. Because as we all know, Zuzu will scratch your eyes out and eat your balls. That's pretty much all I gotta say about that. The tribal cat. Well, she's been very bad lately, so I can't call her the tribal cat. So. Very, very naughty cat. Naughty cat. Bad pussy. Cat. But anyway, yeah, so we could see the big announcement of Ring of Honor being bought by AEW. We'll see. There is some big news regarding Ring of Honor besides that. Shane Strickland, otherwise known as Isaiah Swerve Scott, will be at Supercard of Honor along with Ninja Mac, which is awesome. I mean, Supercard of Honor is looking pretty damn good from what I'm reading actually. I forget who Shane Strickland's facing, but big star by the way, but. So we got that. We got Bandito and Jonathan Gresham for both Ring of Honor titles in Dallas on April the 1st, coming up in about 4 weeks from now. Oh, I can't wait for that. Damn, I gotta watch SmackDown, I gotta watch the Hall of Fame, and then I gotta watch Supercard of Honor, and I gotta review all 3 shows. And I will be reviewing Supercard of Honor. I don't know in the same freaking time period because that's a big, humongous week. Raw, NXT, Dynamite, SmackDown, and Rampage on Friday night with Supercard of Honor. Saturday afternoon. Now, I don't know if Stand and Deliver is going to be a 2-night event because I only see 1 night. But Stand and Deliver is on April the 2nd at 12 p.m. And then later on, WrestleMania Saturday, or WrestleMania Night 1, April the 2nd, and then April the 3rd, WrestleMania Night 2. Oy, oy, oy. The reviews are going to be through the fucking roof. I don't know if I'm going to get all those reviews in that week. I have no clue how I'm going to do it. I think that for WrestleMania Saturday, I'll probably just do Stand and Deliver that day, and then after WrestleMania Night 2 ends, I'll try to get the full WrestleMania review for Nights 1 and 2, so I don't have to do 6,000 videos for, separate Night 1 and 2. And as far as SmackDown and Rampage, and I'm not going to review the Hall of Fame, besides Taker's induction. I'll do SmackDown and Rampage, probably sometime maybe that Friday night or maybe that Saturday. Hopefully maybe Saturday morning I'll do a thoughts video. I don't have to do one 9 o'clock in the morning and then wait for watch Stand and Deliver that afternoon and then get ready for freaking WrestleMania. Come on now. I'm a busy man. Unlike you motherfuckers who just stay on YouTube all day. But I digress. Yes, the tribal cat. No, not the tribal cat. Sleepy cat right now is what it is. Alright. So we'll move on from there. So hopefully we'll see what happens tonight with Tony Khan. Possibly the Ring of Honor being bought by Tony Khan, or which this could possibly be a major super show with AEW, New Japan Pro Wrestling, and Impact. That could be happening sometime in the spring or maybe, well, I don't know about the spring, probably the summer or maybe the fall. Now, how's that work? I don't know. That will work in the summer because you got the G1 in the summer, and there's a possibility that our good friend Bryan Danielson, yes, might be going into G1. Oh, you know that's going to be good. So if they do the Super Show, I would probably think it has to be in late August. Probably, I would think before All Out, or maybe do it at All Out. That's what I would do. Maybe have All Out be a Super Show between AEW, Impact, and New Japan. And if you do a Super Show, please, for the love of God, have it in New York City. Put it at Madison Square Garden, or you can't really put it at the Hammerstein Ballroom, because that's not many people, but... And they're not going to get the Barclays Center. That's WWE territory. But if they do it in New York, I don't know where they can do it. Besides maybe Madison Square Garden, maybe Citi Field, where the Mets play. But, depends if there's a season for the Mets. God. They already canceled 6 games so far. The first 2 series of the year. Gone. They're not making them up. Players are not going to be paid. Supposedly, the owners and the players are going to reconvene in New York City maybe tomorrow. I don't know. So. I don't think we're going to get baseball this season. I just don't think. And if it does, it probably won't be until May or June. And nobody's going to care. Because these fucking people cannot decide on money. Oh, they made some significant progress, my ass. My ass, Rob Manfred, you fucking cock. Rob Manfred is a fucking cock. That's all I gotta say about that. It's a fucking cock. That's all I gotta say. But anyway, that's all I gotta say about the huge announcement tonight. Nick, what do you think of it? What do you think is gonna be? Or anybody else who's watching, what do you think the huge announcement might be? Is it Ring of Honor being bought? Is it the Super Show? Is it something else that we don't know about? And he's also going to be talking about Revolution. There's going to be bigger things that we don't know about. So, who knows? Who knows what's going to happen tonight on Dynamite in just at the top of the hour. It's 7 o'clock right now. Anyway, besides that, we got Dynamite tonight. But let's get into your NXT review from last night, March the 1st, 2022, from Nickelodeon Studios at the Capitol Wrestling Center in Orlando, Florida. All right, we got the ratings from last night, so let me give those out right away. The March 1st episode of WWE NXT 2.0 brought in an overnight average, a whopping 551,000 views, with a .13 in the demo, which was way down from, well, not that way down, but 612 last week, so they went down this week, 551,000 views. That's sad. That's so sad. And then people in WJ's video, bashing me, and I said AEW's the better show. I was like, AEW's got a bunch of jobbers. I'm like, oh yeah, jobbers that can run laps around the entire roster. And then they call me a mark. I'm not a mark, I'm a realist. I'm a fan too, so fuck you. Fuck you. If your product can't put on a great show like Dynamite and Rampage do, and the pay-per-views are way better than WWE. And the men and women are considered, as you consider, jobbers. Okay. Adam call a jobber to his face and watch what happens to your face. Or anybody in the AEW locker room, call them a jobber or watch what happens to your face. Just saying. Just saying. And that's all I gotta say. Alright, so let's get into this review. Let's not waste any more time because we're 58 minutes away from this huge announcement. So I want to watch Dynamite live. I'm not going to do a live review of the action unless I get the time, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Alright. Let me pull up my notes. Alright, so NXT last night, on the road to Stand and Deliver on April the 2nd. Now, I don't know if it's April the 3rd. I only see April the 2nd on my notes. But it is what it is. Last night was... it was alright. Nothing great. So like I said, we're at the Capitol Wrestling Center in Orlando, Florida, and our commentary team, once again, Vic Joseph and Bad News Weed Bennett. No, I'm afraid I got some bad news. Very bad news for you, Mr. Coat. Oh. Should have ignored us when you had the chance. Sad. Sad little 27-year-old jerk-off you are. But I digress. Anyway, so Wade Barrett and Vic Joseph are our commentary team. And really last night was highlighted by a tag team match between the NXT World Heavyweight Champion Braun Breaker and the Psycho Killer Tommaso Ciampa taking on the Dirty Dogs of Dolph Ziggler and Bobby Roode. But we also had a North American title match in the main event as Carmelo Hayes, the man who doesn't miss, taking on the Bruiserweight Pete fucking Dunne. So we'll get to that in a minute. But we start off the night with that tag team match between Braun Breaker and Tommaso Ciampa taking on the Dirty Dogs of Ziggler and Roode. Thankfully, thank you, WWE, for giving Bobby Roode his NXT glorious theme song back. Just for that one night. But it was great. Here, glorious, or I will give it. No, I'm not gonna sing. But I digress. Alright, so, Ciampa and Breaker are in Steiner Brothers singlets, which I thought was kind of cool. Steiner-esque, if you will. They should have came out with Steiner-Rise! You know, the Steiner Brothers theme from WCW. That would have been awesome, though, but, Vince doesn't think because he's 76 years old and has dementia. But I digress. Anyway, it starts out with a big, humongous brawl on the aisleway. Ciampa then hits a big slingshot corkscrew flippy-dippity-doo dive. Takes out both of the Dirty Dogs on the floor. Then we go in for the official bell. Because I didn't hear no bell, Rick! Anyway, the bell rings. Ciampa starts working over Ziggy. Then tags in the NXT champion, who gets dropped by a neckbreaker by Bobby Roode. Alright, then Ziggy comes in, grabs a 1905 chinlock. The champ fights back, hands it off to Ciampa, who cleans house again. Then a double clothesline. Looks to set up the fairy tale ending. But Bobby Roode drives him into the corner to escape. Then he hits that patented Bobby Roode Arn Anderson-like spine buster for a near fall. We go to break. We come back. Ciampa gets caught in the wrong corner, setting up a powerbomb neckbreaker combo for a near fall. But Ciampa fights out of trouble, gets the hot tag to the champ. He beats the living crap out of the Dirty Dogs with a bunch of suplexes. Which continues with Ciampa coming in playing Rick Steiner. The dog face Kremlin. No, why don't I just do the junkyard dog impression? Anyway, Ciampa comes in. Then they hit the Steiner Bulldog of all moves for a near fall on Ziggy, as Bobby Roode had to make the save. Ziggy tries for a 1905 roll-up to cheat, but it only gets 2 as Ciampa kicks out. And then Ciampa gets up and hits, boom, the fairy tale ending on Ziggy. 1, 2, 3. Ciampa and the champ, Braun Breaker, get the win over the Dirty Dogs in just over 15 minutes. Not a bad match, per se. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. But we'll see what happens with that. Looks like they're setting up Ziggy and Braun Breaker at Stand and Deliver for the belt. You know Ziggy ain't gonna win. Come on now. Come on. Come on! Or as Shinsuke used to say, come on! Like I told the trolls, come on! But it is what it is. And we get that. So 3 out of 5 stars for that. Pretty decent match to start. Alright, then it gets even better. Well, sort of better. Where we go to the back, we have our good buddy Eli Drake. And that's not a fact. That's just a fact of life. That's not an insult. That's just a fact of life. I messed it up, but it's okay. Now, I know Eli's gonna probably text me. He's like, hey, you dummy! Yeah! You know? Yeah! So, Eli Drake wants us to call somebody and tells us to watch him call out Grayson Waller. So I guess we're going to get that in a little bit. So we'll get that. Alright, after that, so I give that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we hear from Walter, otherwise known as Gunther. It's Walter. Walter, does a promo getting ready for his match with Solo Sikoa. You know, one of the Usos' cousins. So, got that match coming up. Battle of the unbeaten, well, not the unbeaten, so Solo Sikoa is unbeaten. So, we'll see what happens to that. Alright, after that, and I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we go back to the ring, where Eli Drake's in the ring for a chat. Goes over the history between him and Grayson Waller, including some photos, and this whole thing started before Halloween Havoc, when they had the match to see who would host Halloween Havoc. We all know Grayson Waller won when he was a face. But it is what it is. So after that, Grayson Waller and his good buddy Sangha comes way before Veer. So Waller and Sangha are on the platform, or the balcony, whatever you want to call it. Waller says everyone sucks, and then says goodbye. You suck! Goodbye! Okay. So Eli shows us a photo of himself standing over Grayson Waller last week, even though he lost the match. So he says, I'm up 2 matches to 0, or I'm up 2-0 on you, Grayson, which is enough for Waller to agree to one more match next week. So Eli's like, well, you want one more match? We're going to do it hardcore. We're going to go last man standing. Well, actually, Grayson Waller says, let's do last man standing. And Eli's like, okay, let's do it. Or as Paul Stanley says, let's do it. So we got that. So next week on the program, we got a last man standing match between Grayson Waller and Eli Drake. Hopefully this ends the feud. I probably doubt that, but hopefully Eli wins for real this time. Even though he says he's 2-0, but I'll go with it, but it is what it is. Alright, so I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we go to the locker room where we see Persia Parada and Indy Hartwell. They're getting ready for their women's Dusty Rhodes, baby. Make the dream, baby. Dusty Rhodes Women's Tag Team Classic, baby. I love the bacon, baby. So Persia Parada and Indy Hartwell, who are going to be taking on Dakota Kai and Wendy Choo-Choo in a bit. They're making sure they're both focused, even though Persia, he's texting and Indy's like, what are you doing? We have a match coming up. And Persia's like, okay, I'll be right there. And then Indy leaves, and then Persia's like texting Duke Hudson her bra size, and I was like, oh, we're going to get it on later after the show. Probably, I don't know. So, Persia's trying to, get back at, Indy Hartwell, because Indy's with Dexter. That's going to be coming up pretty soon at Stand and Deliver. Maybe a mixed tag team match between Indy and Dexter against Duke Hudson and Persia Parada. Or a one-on-one match between Dexter and Duke Hudson. I really don't care about. But we'll see what happens with that. Alright, so we'll see what happens with their match coming up in just a bit. So I gave that 2 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we get a look back at the, some of the matches in the first round of the women's tournament that we saw last week. Where we saw Io and Kaylee Ray move on, and I believe, who else moved on? Did Cora Jade move on with Raquel Gonzalez? Let me just check my notes. I could be wrong. I have to check my notes just in case. No, okay. Well, we saw Io and Kaylee Ray move on into the second round of the tournament, and I think it was another team, but I forgot who it was. But, well, we saw that. So then we get to our... Let me just get my notes. Okay. Alright, so then we go to another first round match in the tournament, which I think the finals will be at Stand and Deliver on April the 2nd. We had Indy Hartwell and Persia Pirotta take on Dakota Kai and Wendy Choo Choo. Before the match, we see the lovely ladies of Toxic Attraction. That's what I want to do to all three of them. Anyway, so Toxic Attraction, Gigi Dolan, JC Jane, the NXT Women's Tag Team Champions, and the lovely, vivacious, my fifth wife. Yeah, because I had to put EO. Well, no, let's take that back. You know, my Asians are number 1, 2, and 3, and Sasha Banks is number 4. But my fifth wife, Mandy Rose, the NXT Women's Champion, all on the balcony in the Toxic Lounge. I'd like to be part of that. Put me on that couch. But I digress. Anyway, they're watching on, seeing what's going to happen with them, going to Stand and Deliver. Mandy doesn't even have an opponent yet. So, I still think it's going to be, well, it can't be Kaylee, right? Because she's in the tournament, so. Mandy probably have a night off. Hey, Mandy, why don't you join me for my WrestleMania party? Just saying. Anyway, the match was alright. Starts out with Wendy Choo with a 1905 drop toe hold on Persia Pirotta. Then she stops and plays Bee-boo! What are we, 12 here? Probably pretty much. Persia's not impressed with that. Takes her to the corner. Then tags in Indy Hartwell for some more beatdown. Wendy isn't having that. Brings in Dakota Kai for a double whip into the corner. Then a double faceplant gives Wendy Choo, the legal woman, near fall on Indy Hartwell. Actually, on, I think it was, yeah. On Indy Hartwell. Hartwell comes back with an elbow. Now I lost my notes. Okay. Hartwell grabs a top wrist lock. Wendy Choo gets a 1905 small package. Rolls over to Dakota Kai for the hot tag. She comes in with a running kick in the corner, knocking Hartwell for a loop. She tags in Persia Pirotta anyway. He's like, ooh, tag. Then I get a fireman's carry face plant by Dakota for a near fall. She comes right back with a pump kick before knocking Persia Pirotta to the floor. Wendy Choo, who's in her slippers. Who wears slippers to the wrestling match? Come on now. Goes up for a top rope Vader bomb. She hits that, which sets up Dakota Kai's top rope double stomp. Ooh, somebody's been watching Finn Balor tapes. They get the win in almost 5.5 minutes. Match wasn't that great. I gave it 2.25 out of 5 stars. Alright, so Dakota Kai and Wendy Choo, the unlikely team, they get the win. And I could care less. So they move on to round number 2. And, well, the semifinals, most likely. But it is what it is. Let me get that. Alright, then we get a video on the Creed brothers, Julius and Brutus. The men's Dusty Rhodes Cup winners. They're going to be taking on Imperium for the tag team belts next week. Oh, that's going to be good. I can't wait for that. Hopefully, the Creed brothers win and they don't fuck it up and they have to win it at fucking pay-per-view. Or the premium live event. So we get that video, and we'll see what happens next week on the program. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that. Alrighty! This is, where am I? Match? Okay. Match number 3. We have Lash Legend against Amari Miller. Didn't give 2 shits about this match. But there is some story after the match, what happened with Amari Miller, suffering an injury. Anyway, this is fallout from Lash Legend blaming Amari Miller for their loss last week. So I think Dakota Kai and, not Dakota Kai, I'm sorry, Kaylee Ray and EO. I think they lost to them, I forget. But anyway, this comes about from the loss. Like, hey, you fucked up our match, now I'm gonna fight. Okay. Anyway, Lash kicks her right in the face to start, then bends Miller's back over her knee. Breaker. Fuck in the ass and make her humble. Pretty much. Miller slips out, crawls over to the ropes, allowing her to hit some running kicks of her own. So a little bit of offense by Amari Miller, who was trained by Booker T, sucker. Then we get a low super kick, which sets up a step-up moonsault for a near fall on Lash Legend, who gets right back to her feet. Then we get a fireman's carry slam by Lash Legend, which finishes off Amari Miller in just under 3 minutes. And that's pretty much it. Looked like a green as fuck, boring as fuck botch fest of a match. I don't know how Amari Miller got hurt, but she was stretchered out of the Capitol Wrestling Center after the match. Well, after the, when the match happened, and then blah 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 blah. So we got all that. So Lash Legend gets the win. I didn't give a living crap. So I gave it 2 out of 5 stars. After the match, Lash Legend gets on the mic, says she's ready for Nikita Lyons. I keep saying Lyons because it's not Lyons because she's not French. But Lash Legend wants a piece of Nikita Lyons' ass. And who doesn't these days? She has a nice ass. But I digress. So we're going to probably get that pretty soon. I can't wait. That's going to be an interesting match. I think Lash Legend's biting off too much to chew, if you know what I mean. That's all I got to say about that. So we got that. Alright, after that, we get Solo Sikoa with a promo. He wants Gunther to respect him. And it's going to be a fight. And we'll see what happens with that. I think it'll be a good match. Well, we'll see. But he wants Gunther to respect his authority. Okay, we'll see. Alright, so I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Then we go to, oh boy, Josh Briggs and Brooks Jensen. This whole stupid thing with Jensen trying to get a chick and Briggs like laughing at him like, oh, you can't get a chick. Reminds me of some people I know. Can't get chicks and can't get real pleasure. But it is what it is. Anyway, so we'll move on with that. So we see Briggs and Jensen. I think they're at the bar. They're somewhere. And they talk about running to ride something all night long. Meaning tractors, probably. Anyway, the lovely Elektra Lopez comes in. Hoo-hoo. She has a nice ace, too. But anyway, she comes in. She's like, what did you guys say? You wouldn't even know what to do with me if I was with you. Oh, shit. So she tells Jensen, like, you wouldn't be able to handle me. I'm like, I bet you he wouldn't. I would. But anyway, Jensen says, I've never been with a real woman. Then he's like, in your face. Boom! In your face, Elektra. Ha! And Elektra's like, what the fuck are you talking about, white boy? And then Briggs like, did you just say that? Don't tell me you did not say that to Elektra Lopez. Oh my god. If I was fucking Josh Briggs, you know what I would do to Brooks Jensen? Smack him right in the fucking face. Or just let Elektra Lopez smack him in the face. Either way. This storyline is just stupid and weird. Like, Brooks Jensen's gonna get with some like, redneck hick or something. I don't know. Then again, he'll probably get with Nikita Lyons or who knows. Who cares? I just don't get this storyline at all. It's just weird. But, yeah. Well, at least we see Elektra Lopez's hot ass, but that's fine. But we move on with that. So I gave that 2 out of 5 stars. That's all I gotta say about that. Oh, my back. Alright, after that, we go to our next match. Gunther, or Walter, taking on Solo Sikoa. Wasn't a bad match. Good old-fashioned slobberknocker, if you will. Looks like Walter kind of slimmed down a little bit. Didn't he lose a little bit of weight? Guess all those bratwursts that he has. Well, I don't know what he eats, but whatever. Anyway, starts with Sikoa getting elbowed in the face to start. Then a big slam puts him down. Then some shots to the face by Solo Sikoa stagger Gunther, but he knocks Sikoa silly with a boot to face. But Sikoa comes back tries for a fireman's carry. That doesn't work. Gets broken up. Gunther just destroys him with a clothesline. Then he locks in a 1921 Boston Crab. Throw moves. Solo Sikoa gets out of it. And starts beating up Walter a little bit. He hits the Samoan drop. But Gunther rolled to the outside. Then he sets up a splash from the apron and hits that. They go back in, and Solo Sikoa hits a super kick, knocking Walter down. He goes up top for the Superfly, or the Uso splash, and missed it horribly. Gunther locks in a 1905 sleeper. Well, he tries for it, gets broken up with a jawbreaker, but he's too strong. Locks in again, and I thought that was it, but Walter's like, no. I am Walter. I am not going to end it like this. Doesn't hit one, but two power bombs. Finishes the Uso off at a little over 7.5 minutes. He gets the win. Match is alright. Nothing great, but I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. And Solo Sikoa's undefeated streak is over. Well, sucks to be you. That's pretty much all I gotta say about that. So 2.25 out of 5 stars for that. What are you looking at, Sir Wrestling Cat? You wanna come over here? Come here, Wrestling Cat. Come here, Suzu. Oh, you wanna stay down and sleep? Okay, so. Anyway. Alright, after that, we go to Dolph Ziggler, who's kind of pissed about the loss in that tag team match to Braun Breaker and Tommaso Ciampa. So he's pissed, but he's still the #1 contender. And then the Psycho Killer, Tommaso Ciampa, comes in, says, hey, I beat you, so I should get the shot. And then, well, the champ comes in, he says, hey, I'll face both of you at Stand and Deliver. I'm like, okay, let's get a triple threat, why not? Ciampa says, I already beat you, I already beat the champ. So the champ says, well, I'll beat both of you, like I said. Ziggy says he's ready for his title shot next week, as Breaker and Ciampa just stare at each other. So, we got a lot of stuff next week. We got a tag title match with Imperium and the Creed brothers. Now we got a NXT title match between Braun Breaker and Dolph Ziggler at NXT Roadblock. Well, they brought that pay-per-view back, didn't they? Or End of the Road, they used to call it End of the Road, remember that? Then they changed it to Roadblock, which was a horrible pay-per-view. It used to be in December, and then... yeah, so we got that. I could care less. So we got that. Alright, so I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Alright, after that we go to Joe Gacy, Mr. Conservative himself, with his good buddy Harland, Mr. Creepy Man himself. He says he's ready to let Harland beat up Draco Anthony, but he says Anthony isn't the cause of Harland's anger. I wonder what is. That's pretty much it. So I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we go to Indy Hardware and Persia Parada. More people pissed off. They're pissed off. They're annoyed at their loss to Wendy Q and Dakota Kai. But then Duke Hudson comes in and consoles Parada. Come here, my love. Come here. Let me motorboat your face, you know. Let me console. Keyword, console. So he goes to console her, blah, blah, blah. So Indy's trying to get Dexter to text her back. So I'm like, where's Dexter? Did Duke Hudson have to play with us? I don't know. I want Dexter to text me back. I want to have passionate love in the hot tub. Oy, oy, oy. The romances in wrestling. Oh, God. So we'll see what happens with those 4 people going into next week, and that's all I gotta say about that. So, I gave that 2 out of 5 stars. Alright, so, like I said, next week we got Braun Breaker defending... actually, it is a triple threat match. I thought it wasn't a triple threat match, but anyway. Triple threat match next week for the NXT World Heavyweight Championship. Braun Breaker defending against both Tommaso Ciampa and Dolph Ziggler. Makes me interesting. at NXT Roadblock. And we'll see what happens with that. I would have put that at Stand and Deliver, but that's just me. Anyway. Alright, after that we go to your squash match of the night. 2.5 minute squash fest. Harlan taking on Draco Anthony. Thanks for coming there, Draco Anthony. You can go back to the job squad with Malik Blade and Idris Enofe, but it is what it is. Yeah, freaking Harlan just beat the living crap out of this guy. Hits the belly to back slam, 1, 2, 3. That's it. Yeah, Parker Bordeaux, or Harlan, gets the win, stays undefeated. Guy's creepy, just like Joe Gacy is, but it is what it is. That's it. Alright, so he gets the win. Match gave 2 out of 5 stars. After the match, Harlan picks up a basically unconscious Draco Anthony and hugs him. And Gacy's like, pretty good. Good job. His smile creeps me out. But I digress. Maybe my smile creeps you out, but fuck you. That's all I gotta say about that. Alright, we move on from that. Alright, after that we go to Melo. Hey, he's the North American champion with his good buddy Trick Williams. For a pre-match promo, basically saying they're ready to beat up Pete fucking Dunne and retain the North American Championship. So we get that. So I didn't have to rate that. Anyway, then we go to Ivy Nile training, because she's in Diamond Mine, why not? She's training, and then her partner last week, Tatum Paxley, who she beat up last week, she comes in and wants to be all serious for a minute, like Lance Storm. So, and she says she wants to be part of Diamond Mine. And I was like, well, you did what you did last week. You ain't gonna be in Diamond Mine. And why would she even be in Diamond Mine? I mean, I would think Diamond Mine only needs one woman. That's just me. Just have everybody out, the Creed brothers and Roddy, even though Roddy's gonna be leaving pretty soon. So, I don't know. I don't know why Tatum Paxley will be considered the next member of Diamond Mine. It makes no sense. But it is what it is. Alright, so I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Alright, got the Tribal Queen in the chat. Lauren's in the chat. What did you make for dinner? Where's mine? I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. It is what it is. Alright, so after that, we go to the next match in the first round of the Women's Dusty Rhodes Cup. Cora Jade and Raquel Gonzalez, 2 women who hate each other. Somehow they're a tag team. Kind of like Dakota Kai and Raquel last year. Anyway, so they're teaming up against Yulisa Leon and Valentina Falaz, the Spanish women's team. Not the Spanish announced team, that's Joel and Jose Maximo. That's all I gotta say about that. Oh yeah, anybody see the Briscoes promo? Oh shit, I'm not gonna play it obviously, but and then the Hardys had one. They had not one but 2 against the Briscoes. Oh boy, I think they have that actual matches. I keep thinking it was this weekend, or was this weekend or last week. I keep forgetting, but yeah, that match is gonna happen. Briscoes and the SATs, once again, the winner gets the Hardy Boys. I forgot at what promotion, but it's gonna be awesome. And speaking of that, Jeff Hardy, Tony Khan did talk in his media call about Jeff Hardy. He said that, well, he would love to have Jeff. Is he gonna debut anytime soon? I don't know. But Jeff kind of did say he's going to AEW. When? I don't know. Maybe March the 16th. I don't know. That's when his contract ends next week, actually. In 10 days, is pretty much over. It's over. So, I'm going to get that. All right. Lauren made chicken burrito, baked potato, fresh broccoli. Ugh. I'll have the baked potato, and maybe I'll have a little bit of the chicken burrito, but I don't like broccoli. But should be very tasty. But I digress. Alright, so we get to this women's match between Cora Jade and Raquel Gonzalez and the Spanish women's team, Yelisa Leon and Valentina Feroz. Nothing great. Starts out with Leon working on Cora Jade's arm to start. Then Cora tags in Raquel Gonzalez, the big woman. So that's fine with Yelisa Leon, who brings in Valentina Feroz to work on Raquel's arm a little bit. Then a sunset bomb doesn't work for Valentina Feroz. She gets tossed into the corner, and then all 4 women are in the ring. And Feroz launches Leon over the top rope. Great camera angle, by the way. Hey, Kevin Dunn, you did something right for once. Great angle. You're still an idiot, but it is what it is. Valentina Feroz gets launched over the top rope onto Raquel Gonzalez. And then, for good measure, Valentina Feroz adds her own dive, so yeah, not bad. We get back in. Feroz power slams Cora Jade for a near fall. But Cora Jade gets the hot tag to Raquel Gonzalez, who hits the Chicana bomb on Feroz, and then she plants. She picks up Cora Jade and goes, whee! Plants and just like, hey, you get the pin. Yeah, I know Chase is live. I'll be going there in a minute. But anyway. Blah, 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 because he's got some interesting stuff to say. I just want to point that out. Alright, so, Raquel hits the Chicana bomb on Feroz, and then she puts Cora Jade on top of her. 1, 2, 3. Cora Jade and Raquel Gonzalez move on to round number 2 in a little under 5 minutes. Match wasn't even that great, so I give it 2.25 out of 5 stars. And that's all I gotta say about that. And we move on from there. Let's see here. Alright, got a little bit more to go and we're done. Alright, then we go to the back where we see the lovely Saray in her schoolgirl outfit. Talking to a bunch of the women's roster, showing off her grandmother's necklace. You know, she's the what is she called? The Warrior of the Sun, or whatever the hell her moniker is. Anyway, she's showing off her necklace to everybody in the locker room. Then Tiffany Stratton comes in, otherwise like Brooke Hogan. No, Brooke Hogan comes in. I mean, Tiffany Stratton comes in. She says, ew, showing off your grandmother's necklace, that's tacky. You know, my dad wouldn't like that. Why do I sound like you know who? You know who I'm talking about. Hey, why are you talking about me like that? I didn't say your name. Why are you here? I thought you're still on probation for another week, dude. Oh, come on, Gilmore. I said I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. None of us are sorry for what you did to Sensational Sherry. Sorry, Mike. Go back to the bar. Go back to the bar. Hang out with New Jack. You know, and repent for your sins. But say goodbye to Nick. Bye, Nick. Okay. But get out of here. You're on probation until next week. Okay. You'll be back next week. Okay. Sorry, Nick. Your boyfriend's on probation, but it is what it is. All right. So Tiffany Stratton calls Saray's necklace tacky. Then she has one of her own necklaces that her daddy got her, but it's like, hey, you want mine? Saray's like, no. I like cats. No, she didn't say that. But Saray turns it down, and then Tiffany Stratton beats the crap out of her. Oh boy. And that's pretty much it. So probably get Tiffany Stratton and Saray next week on the program. I don't care. Nice to see Saray though. That's all I care about. That's it. So I give that 2 out of 5 stars. Alright, then Lauren's asking about Tony D'Angelo. So on cue, hey, it's my cousin, Tony D'Angelo. Come in here, paisan. He gets you a pizza for $2. So Tony D'Angelo cuts a little promo saying he's ready for Stand and Deliver. Is he going to be on the show? Or is he just going to stand in the back doing nothing? Talking to his, his cousins and stuff. Oh, I got a guy. You got a guy. I got a guy. He gets you for $2. I don't know. There's some good going with Tony D'Angelo, you know what I mean? Had a pretty good performance in War Games. Then a pretty feud with Pete Dunne, even though he lost. Now what are you doing him? Just please don't put Tony D'Angelo in catering or in obscurity where we never see the guy again. Come on now. Give him the North American title. Please. Just for, for Italians. Come on. He's a full-blooded Italian like myself. But come on. It's Tony D'Angelo, you're my cousin. Come on. Don't make me and Tony D'Angelo have to go to NXT and whip some ass. Among my other fellow Italians who we will go to Nickelodeon Studios at the Capitol Wrestling Center. We will burn that bitch to the ground to make Tony D'Angelo the North American champion. We'll do it. But I digress. Alright, so we'll see what happens with Tony D. And that's it. Alright, then we go to another match. Von Wagner with Robbie E. He takes on the leader of the U, Andre Chase, who has Bodie Howard, or Bodhi Howard. Bodhi? Okay. Okay, so Robbie E. and Bodie Howard are at ringside. Pretty back and forth match. But, in the end, we get a Chase U stomp as Wagner in trouble, but, Bodie Hayward and Stone get into it on the floor. Wagner breaks it up with a punch to Hayward's eye. Oh! But Hayward tells Chase, "Get in there! I'm okay! Get in there!" So, being an idiot, Andre Chase gets in the ring, and then Von Wagner hits the Fireman's Carry neck breaker, which is Bobby Roode's Rude Bomb finisher. Oh, somebody stole that move, huh? 1, 2, 3 finishes Andre Chase off at a little over 4 minutes. Nothing to write home about, so I gave that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Alright, we're going to quickly get done with this review because we've got 20 minutes to a huge announcement by Tony Khan. So, I'm going to get to that real quick. Alright, so after that, we go to Nikita Lyons, or Lyons, whatever it is. Nikita Lyons is ready to face Lash Legend, perhaps on her show, Lashing Out. Okay. That was just weird. Hey, I'm gonna beat you up on your own show! Because I'm Nikita Lyons. I got a big fat ass too. She got a nice ass. But I digress on that. So we're gonna see what happens with that. So I give that 2 out of 5 stars. And we'll move on. Alright, it's time for the main event. For the North American title, Carmelo Hayes with Trick Williams at ringside, taking on Pete fucking Dunne. And a pretty good match. They run the ropes to start, neither getting anywhere, so we get a little stalemate. Then we get an exchange of big, brutal shots to the face. Both of them go down. Then, looks like an X-Plex by Pete Dunne, drops Carmelo Hayes. We go to break. We come back, Carmelo Hayes knocks Pete Dunne down again, and gets in a neck brace, 1922. Then a right hand to face, drops Pete Dunne again, but he punches a springboard out of the air. But Carmelo Hayes comes right back to count a suplex into the backstabber for a near fall. Pete Dunne then manages a quick, bitter end. Looked like he was about to win the title, but could not get the cover. It was too late. Carmelo Hayes rolls away before he can make the cover. Yeah, sucks to be you. And then Dunne goes to the fingers. Hayes reverses into the crippling crossface, a la you-know-who. Benoit! And then Pete Dunne hits another bitter end, or goes for another bitter end, I should say. It gets counted into a suplex, into a Gilmore Kata! Bang! Nice. Somebody been watching my tapes. Good job there, Christian Casanova. Good job. Still owe me $5. Anyway, so that puts Pete Dunne down. He goes up top, tries to go for the top rope axe kick, gets broken up. Trick Williams gets on the apron for the save. There goes a little distraction. Pete Dunne grabs his fingers and snaps him in half. So he's down. But that distraction led Hayes to shove Pete Dunne off the top rope, then hits the top rope axe kick. 1, 2, 3. Carmelo Hayes retains the North American title in 12.5 minutes. Pretty decent match. I gave 3.25 out of 5 stars. And that's pretty much it. Good match. What sucks, Pete Dunne did not win the belt. What are you going to do? So I get that. All right, after the match, Carmelo Hayes and Trick Williams, they're in the ring. They're bragging about the big win, retain the belt. Carmelo says he's on the Stand and Deliver, where the title will be defended in a classic ladder match. So, didn't we have a ladder match like about a month ago? A month or so ago for that belt? I could be wrong, but hey, we got a ladder match at Stand and Deliver. Why not? Who's going to be in it? Pfft, who knows? I would put Pete Dunne back in there. I would put Pete Dunne, Cameron Grimes to the moon in there. And probably I would put Pete Dunne, Cameron Grimes. I would put Tony D'Angelo in there. Make it a fatal 4-way. I don't know how many people are going to be in this ladder match. But if I was a booker, I'd probably put maybe a fatal 4-way for the belt. Or maybe 5, maybe 6 people, maybe. I don't know. Maybe put a scramble match for the title. I don't know. But if you put other people in it, probably put Trick Williams in there and then maybe somebody else. But I would put it as a fatal 4-way between Carmelo Hayes, Pete Dunne, Tony D'Angelo, and Cameron Grimes. And see who wins the belt. Personally, I hope Tony D wins it, but I give it to Cameron in a minute. I mean, I'll be fine with Cameron winning the belt. I'll be fine with it. I mean, I like Carmelo Hayes. He's a great wrestler. I've seen him in House of Glory as Christian Casanova. But I wouldn't be mad if he lost the belt to Cameron. I think Cameron deserves the belt. I think Tony D'Angelo deserves the belt. And Pete Dunne. All four of those guys deserve that belt. But who's going to win it at Stand and Deliver? I don't know. So we'll see what happens this Tuesday night on the program. Who the participants are going to be in that ladder match for the North American title. And that's pretty much it. So next week we got NXT Roadblock. Just a little detour before Stand and Deliver. We got the NXT World Title match, triple threat match between Braun Breaker, Tommaso Ciampa, and Dolph Ziggler. Also, we got the NXT Tag Team titles on the line with Imperium, Marcel Barthel, and Fabian Aichner taking on the Creed brothers, Julius and Brutus. Probably more in the Women's Dusty Cup. We'll see what happens with that. And more to come next week on NXT Roadblock. So, we'll see what happens with that. Alright, everybody. Thank you all for watching. About 15 minutes away from a humongous, no pun intended, impactful Dynamite with Tony Khan's huge announcement. It better be good. It better be good. If it's not, I don't give a shit. But knowing Tony Khan with his, I got a big announcement. Oh, we got a matches for Rampage. It's gonna be great. That's a huge announcement. Anyway, that's all I gotta say about it. Alright, let's finish off the chat real quick. Alright, Lauren made a swerve list on YouTube. Okay. Chase is live. Yeah, I'll be going there in a minute. Tony D'Angelo did not have a match. Yeah. Man, Mike Awesome! Yeah. Mike Awesome, yeah, he was here and now he's on probation. Okay, we got that. Okay. Alright, so everybody's going to Chase's stream. I'm going to go there right now as myself. So, thank you all for watching. Make sure you hit that like button down below. And I'll leave a comment down below if you wish. Subscribe to my channels. Friend me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And share the video all over the internet. Don't forget to tap that fucking bell. That's most important. And that's pretty much it. Alright, thank you all for watching. Nick and Lauren, thank you for coming in. My tribal king and queen. Or my chief. and my queen of the chat, because I'm the tribal king of Extreme. But you knew that already. But that's pretty much all I gotta say about it. So thank you all for watching. And until next time, if you're not down with that, oh boy, you trolls know what's coming now. The greatest outro in the history of YouTube. If you're not down with that, me, Nick, Lauren, the entire prophecy, which is real, you can't stop it, you can't do anything about it. We got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man. That's it. And as WJ likes to say, until next time, peace.